are probably a bit easier, but if there's any bit of back and forth, you want to make sure you keep an active point. Just like that, we have a start here in the 4th Varsity 8 race. Once again, Brown, lane 2, currently furthest from the camera. Princeton, closest to us, in lane 3. Aggressive start from both of these crews, getting away from the blocks super quickly. Santiago, typically, what's the starting sequence? What are you typically trying to do in there?
Definitely, I'm not sure what these crews are doing, but for me, it was always a starting 5, a high 20, a big shift 10, and then we would get right to our base rating. And I was always told by my freshman coach that we want to break the footboard on that shift. Absolutely powerful shift, and just drive and hammer our base rating. We want to get those high strokes to get out in front and get moving, but we're trying to shift to base and put down a strong, powerful base as quickly as we can.
Now, what would happen if you actually broke the footboard?
I'll have to get back to you on that one because I don't think I was strong enough to ever do it.
Wow.
Yeah, my freshman coach had wished that I could have. He said $100 if you break the footboard, but none of us ever were able to.
Wow. So you did not heed your freshman coach's advice.
I tried.
And you did not get $100.
No, I did not.
500 meters into this one, and it is pretty tight. I would say early advantage by Brown, probably inches of a lead here over Princeton, but it's pretty tight. These two boats look pretty evenly matched here, at least in this first 750. Brown sitting up, let's call it maybe half a seat to a seat at this stage. Both of these crews still pretty aggressive on the rating. It looks like Brown basing just slightly higher than Princeton thus far today. We saw it certainly in the 5V. Brown holding rating up to like a 37.5, 38, while Princeton had a slightly more manageable 34.5, 35. But these two look like they're going nearly stroke to stroke. We'll get you some stroke ratings in a minute.
Now, Santiago, if you look at the Princeton boat at the top of the frame here, you can see that 6 and 7 seat are both rowing on the same side. It's a bucket. Now, what benefit does having a bucket in your lineup do?
I think, from what I understand, it's a vibe thing. If you have a bucket in your boat, I'm sure there's some technical stuff that rowing coaches could tell you, but it's really vibes. I think there's a coolness factor to a bucket, and I think people underestimate how important the mental game is in rowing. So I think if you want to switch up the vibes in your boat, try to get some sneaky speed, throwing in a bucket for the vibes is a great option.
From what I'm seeing, the Tiger crew is vibing right now.
Oh, they are.
A seat of an advantage over the Brown crew.
Yeah, I think that bucket might have been that extra boost to get them back in this. I mean, this is a great head-to-head duel right now. Both boats going back and forth. We've already had one lead change. Maybe we get another.
That would be exciting. Yeah, that would be exciting. Right before that 1,000, we saw the Tigers taking a move. They were able to turn it from maybe half a seat down to even right around the 1,000, and then from that 1,000, continuing to build margin over Brown. Princeton now sitting up, let's call it a quarter of a length, if not pushing it to maybe a third of a length over Brown. Big, aggressive, potent move by the Tiger 4V right around that 1,000-meter mark to gain the advantage. Impressive stuff by the 4V here.
You got to think that maybe that move is for these seniors in that Tiger boat who are here on their last home race ever as a Princeton Tiger. Sam Kleiner in 5-seat, senior electric and computer engineering, and John Dryband in the bow seat. He's a classics major, so he could probably have told us the Content Cup quote.
That's probably true. Yeah, we probably should have checked in with him. But yeah, Tommy, to your point, final race. This is senior day for the heavyweights on Lake Carnegie. So, those two seniors in this boat are putting their best foot forward, and all the younger guys around them probably rallying around them and saying, hey, we want to send these guys off with a big victory. And so far, it looks like this Tiger 4V, they're putting themselves in a good position to do that. They've been aggressive, second, third, 500, and they now sit up with a pretty sizable advantage over Brown.
Absolutely. If I'm the coxswain, I'm calling a power 10 for the seniors.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
It's going to get everybody going.
Yeah. I think with a power 10 for the seniors and a bucket in there,
my goodness.
Is there any way that boat could lose?
Vibe meter off the charts.
Yeah, way off the charts. Princeton continuing to vibe here. They sit up bow to stern over Brown. Really aggressive in this third 500. They took that big move right around the 1,000, and they have not looked back. Continuing to put it on here. But what we know about Brown is you can't ever count them out. I think a margin of a boat length, if you give them, if you let them sort of maintain contact, those guys can turn it on pretty quickly. We've seen some big sprints from Brown in previous races. But into the final 250, Princeton continues to sit up about a boat length. And if they can defend it, if they can gear it up just enough, I think they might be able to take this thing.
Well, let's see.
Thank you, Tommy. Princeton, yeah, definitely starting to build for the line. Both these crews based it right around like a, let's call it 36.5, 37, so matching rating. Both of them definitely starting to build. And, yeah, Princeton through the line, unofficially 547. Brown unofficially through